Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps out the channel a lot. Last episode, we built our airline and we also detailed up a residential community / industrial community out on the east end of the city, so kind of a ways away from the airport, but we're going to get back into our airport style build today, and we're going to be looking at doing our helicopter area for our airport and the services portion of the airport, which will also lead into the cargo side of things today and into Friday's episode. So hey, here we are back at the airport. So yeah, that's the plan today. So we'll start off with the helicopters, and the reason why we're doing that is because we need to move things away from the old cargo airport that we had, and we're going to try and move things away first so we don't have to delete them, rebuild them, and then we'll look at clearing out the rest of the airport area and building the cargo next time. So let's hop out and check out what we did last episode. Well, last episode we built a little while ago we actually placed this down, but last episode we built the airline that's associated with our airport, and then we also built up this community around, maybe a bit of a transitioning community around an old industrial quarter of the city, the municipal services area. And yeah, it was a fun little build, a bit of a change of pace. So today's episode we're gonna go all the way across the city back to the airport over here where we have a lot going on. So I think the plan is to keep the cargo airport kind of separate. We're going to try, at least. I'm kind of doing this just on my own. I'm not really watching too many guideline videos on how to do it. But, we had this whole airport before the airport DLC came out, right? So the idea is that, or the idea before was that we had this area as a bit of a support. We don't really need that nowadays. So we're going to delete most of this, figure out a new way for the entrance into the cargo airport area, which is going to stay relatively the same over here. I think we're going to get a parallel runway over on this side, to this one at least, and we'll see how we can get that to work. But we have a lot of these support things over here which we need to change up. So I'm thinking we get a helicopter area over on this side, in this kind of corner, perhaps like just along in here, which, we can also have, connections into the rest of the airport itself. So that's what we'll start with today. So we have a fence over here. So we built this a little while ago. Let's just remove it because we're going to need to access this area. Bit premature of a placement, I guess. And, all right, so we got some things over this way. We need to figure out how we're going to enter this area. So it's going to be a secured zone. So maybe let's just delete a couple more of these. We could enter off of this road, or we could enter off of this road. I'm thinking we enter off of Murray Way over here. So it looks like when we built this originally, we inserted it in the wrong direction. There we go. Freaking some cars out. And we'll just set that up. So I'm thinking actually right here we'll get a bit of an entranceway into our airport. So why don't we start off with a bit of a toll booth. So the toll booths I find are pretty good for mimicking security checkpoints. I think that's pretty even, so we'll do that. And we can always come right back and just add that in right there. So yeah, this works pretty good, to be honest. Good entranceway into here. I guess we should probably look at clearing out these trees though from our airport. So we'll clear all these trees. Probably clear all these trees as well while we're at it, Alrighty. So we're gonna need water out this way. Might as well get that now before I forget. So we'll bring water down from the street, bring it right across, connect up, and then we can bring it in right through here. Let's do that for now. It should cover most of what we need. All right, so this is going to be a services area. I think we're going to get a road connection, like a fake road connection, into this part of the airport because this is our museum, but it doesn't mean that it's not an active part of the airport as well. So I'm thinking maybe we have another maybe gate over here or something like that. I don't exactly know how the toll booths are going to react to the taxiways, but I think this is a really good spot for one. So why don't we just do something like this right here, and then if we use our industry road and connect up just like that, turn anarchy on. Yeah, maybe we'll back it up a bit, try and get it to look like the road kind of just goes right into the taxiway for any services vehicles. That's pretty good. Okay, so that lines up pretty nicely, and now we need to figure out how we're going to get our services in this area, and then how we're going to have our helicopters. So this is the flight path area, so we probably shouldn't have the helicopters right beneath them, but I don't think it's going to be a problem if it's beside them. So I guess what we should really do is just connect these two areas up. So I know it's not a perfect square here, but we could probably, like a perfect angle here, I think we should probably do something like that. We'll bring it out first, and then we'll kind of split it off. Maybe this one will then connect up into here. Why don't we do it something like that then from this side? It's a bit more of a straight angle. Yeah, and then we can have some support facilities over on this side. That doesn't really matter if it's under the flight path a little bit, especially over here. I don't think we're gonna really need to go that far. That's a bit of an over guess. But over here, I think we can get a couple of our helicopter depots on this side. So the reason why we have the security checkpoint too is because I'm guessing, you know, we have some public coming in here to view some of the planes. So I think we need just a secondary support checkpoint. So there's that. Let's now look at moving some of these helicopter depots. So we have the fire helicopter depot. That's awesome. I guess maybe we can do this one right here along this side. Love how there's trees in the helicopter depot assets. Look at the police helicopter depot. So we'll get this one right here. Let's actually just grab and move it here and just make sure that the tree isn't perfectly in the way. And then we'll also bring this back to over here. Let's take a look at the asset. Yeah, the fence is right there, so I think we only really need to bring it out to about here. We have this node right here as well. All right, and let's go over to the other one, which is the medical helicopter depot. And that can be right here. Keep them all together. So then the last thing we have is the helicopter depot from for like the city transport option, which we kind of built last time, hoping that it was going to be a bit more, you know, available to us to actually use as a bit of a stop. Apparently it's not. I'm kind of thinking we need to have another road here, so I'm just going to move it really just temporarily, and then we're gonna get a road in about right here. I think that's good. I'll throw this one right back in here. So the fences do overlap, so it looks like I was a bit off with my guess. So we'll just do that. I'm gonna hold Alt, just hop it over, and then we can move this one back a little bit. I guess they should probably share a fence, right? So I guess we should probably look at rotating that. Close enough. Okay. Let's back it up a bit. Let's move that back. Alrighty. So we got that in place. I guess I should be a bit more over because of the trees. And then we can get our helicopter depot on this side. All right. Very fun. Very fun. Okay, so that is the basic helicopter infrastructure. What other types of infrastructure do we really need over here? Well, I think first of all we should check if our airport actually comes out this way. It doesn't. Okay, so let's bring it out and make sure that it does, in fact, encompass this entire block. Yeah, this is good. And we need water out this way as well. Okay, good to know. I guess we didn't bring it all the way across. And good enough. Okay, so before what we did was we had some like fire services, police services, some industry, some oil tanks. This is for sand. We had some workers' barracks. We had some crude oil, some garbage processing. The blimp depot. We need to have the blimp depot over here as well. Okay, so it looks like we might need another support road. Yeah. Okay, one more support road. Let's do this. Just like that. I guess that's good enough. Just try to move it over. Keep it nice and straight, even though it's on an angle. There we go, and then we'll just move it just like that. Hopefully that's not too close to the flight path. I think it's fine though. All right. So let's just get some detailing done really quickly while we're kind of doing this. Fill in all this with concrete because it probably would. And the rest doesn't really look like it needs concrete. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking maybe we can get a bit of a support area over here. It's a bit out of the way. We should definitely get that fence though back in now that I'm thinking about it though. So I'm gonna grab the fence. We're gonna bring it all the way across to about here and then over. And then we'll do the same thing from here and over. And then across all the way down to this other one. There we go. And then from here all the way over. Let's turn our guidelines off so we don't have it snapping in random directions. And then we'll have this one come down to about here for now temporarily. Alrighty, so we're saying that theoretically cars and services, if they're over here, they could access the airport from this direction. So like, you know, say fire services need to be on scene. We can have like resident medical as well. I mean, they probably could get in from over here, but that's more for if there's issues within the terminal itself. So I'm thinking maybe we have our primary support over on this side, and then maybe when we build the cargo area, we can have a secondary thing as well. So I'm thinking I really like the idea of having these barracks again. These barracks work really well. They look like motels, so you can actually use them in nice motel builds as well. But I really like the idea of having some crude oil storage and some of this storage as well, and then also our services. So let's plan that out. So we have a bit of an area over here. We also have some space over on this side to work with. Let's try and do that. So I know that what we're looking for with some of these cool buildings is ore industry. So why don't we remove the airport industry from this area right here? And we have an ore industry. Actually, I think we need to drag it over from our current ore industry. That's oil. This is ore. So I'm just going to swing it over. And we're just going to do that. It doesn't have to be the same ore industry, but I think it's a bit better that way. Just remove all that. And we'll just make it a bit bigger so I can clean it up a bit quicker. There we go. Okay. So now that we have that in place, what we can do is We can bring it out even into here. Clean up this area. Anyways, what we can do is we can add some of the ore industry buildings to make it a bit more thematic to our playthrough here. All right, so we'll keep it at that for now. Actually, I think we might as well just bring it right to the blimp depot. And the name didn't pop over. That's fantastic. I was worried that the name was gonna pop over as well, but it didn't. So that's fantastic. Let's go to the airport district. Oh, that's my dog's little ball. He's squeaking it. If you heard that. Okay, so it's crude oil storage. So why don't we get some of the oil storage? It's actually, sorry, I'm a bit jumpy today. Let's work on the services first, because that's what I originally said. And I've already been flippy floppy today, so let's just straighten that out. All right, so why don't we start with, it's a nice little intersection though. Could bring it down a bit farther even on this side. Let's turn snapping off or guidelines off. We can just bring this road down to about here. Let's click it in. And we could get maybe some barracks even. And then we'll start with fire. Fire services should probably be a bit closer. So why don't we start with medical services? Okay, so we'll put this one right here. Perfect. Just gonna move it over a bit. I think that's fine actually. All right, and then I also want to get some of those residencies over here. These workers barracks. They just look absolutely perfect as you know, temporary housing. You know, maybe, you know, the airport has workers that they want to house. This is a great option. Alrighty, so we'll just bring this down a bit closer on this side too. Okay, and you know, since there's other spaces too, you can always throw commercial buildings and stuff in there as well. I know we did ore industry over here before as well. Garbage is another good option, so let's actually move this garbage facility over here. Looks a bit industry-like, right? And I guess maybe we can move these parking lots to kind of help the look a little bit. Okay, and let's just do one more. I think we had another parking lot over here. Yep. So we'll just put this one right here, and then we'll use move it to readjust things. So we'll just do that, and then this one will scooch over as well. All right, fantastic. The next thing we're going to look at doing is grabbing some of this. So this isn't actually full, but I think this is sand storage. Yeah. So in the winter, the airports would have salt and sand to help clear the airport from any like major ice storms or anything like that. Actually got a major ice/snowstorm in Ottawa, where I live, yesterday. So spent all day clearing the snow and everything. Always fun. Always fun. Alrighty, so that's probably pretty good. Let's get some pavement in here to fill it out. I guess it should be this to actually kind of go with the theme a little bit. We'll add some pavement in over here. And we'll add that back in over here. Kind of getting rid of the concrete here, but that's okay. All right, we could actually bring this dirt all the way to this side. No, that's okay. All right, so we got some sand. What else do we need? So oil storage should probably be a bit closer to the airport itself. I think we might need to keep the oil in a different area, perhaps with the cargo airport itself. So why don't we look at getting in some of our other buildings that we had? So we had police and fire. So the fire, I don't know, should it be on this side of the gate? Probably. So let's keep it relatively similar location with this taxiway. So we're going to connect up to this road that we have over here. I'm going to bring it right down along this. And I know there's lights. We'll have to just ignore that. And then we'll bring it down into here. Maybe what I can do is upgrade it to the country road. I don't think that has lights. Let's see if I can grab it though. Doesn't look like I can, so why don't we just move this back really quickly, and then we'll try to upgrade the road. Yeah, there we go. So now the cars will still be able to do it, and I'll snap this back. Yeah, there's like a stop sign there, but you can't really see it, especially from this angle. And we won't connect up to here, but we will get those fire trucks over. So we'll move the fire trucks over on this side. I think maybe it should be a bigger firehouse, but it's not like we really have that option, right? So we'll get this one here. That should be good enough anyways. Perhaps I should be a bit closer. So let's grab these nodes and the fire station. I'm just gonna pull it back. Doesn't need to be perfect anyways. So we'll try to make it just far enough away from the helicopter area so it doesn't look too weird. And then we'll also get a bit of a parking lot. How about that? For extra fire trucks or service vehicles. Alrighty. And then the police as well. I think maybe we can just tack that into this area over here. Okay, fantastic. It's getting a bit close to the runway, so we'll just squeeze these 3 items over. Or a taxiway, sorry. Fantastic. So we have tons of space left. But I guess there does need to be some gaps here because of things are flying around, right? Yeah, that is quite a bit of space. So maybe we can look to add a couple more things throughout this area. So let's grab our industry road again. And I'm just going to bring this down. It's probably good enough. Oops, sorry about that. And let's move our garbage facilities. So I'm just going to grab the building and we're going to throw it right off of this road here. I know we already have garbage, but this building looks pretty nice. What other buildings did we have? Oh, we had the not the Trident accounting. We had the weather radar as well. So that would need to be in a location where we could do some meteorological reporting. So I think it's getting a bit too close to some helicopters over there, but I don't think over here is the worst idea to have it. Maybe we push that garbage facility a bit more over and we have a bit of an office area. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Good with me. So why don't we bring this road down to about here. And then we relocate the building just right here. It's probably getting a bit close to for the height there, but I think that's fine. All right, and now let's get some zoning. So why don't we try... So I really like some of these offices. We'll move the road maintenance depot over here and we'll put it off of the main road. And hopefully together this will look a bit more thematic. Maybe if we push this over on this side. Yeah, and then we can Maybe even grab another one of these. Now, what other buildings do we have? These are all... Oh, we have a taxi depot. I think we put the taxi depot here just because we had the option available. Oh, this building. This building's amazing. This is the ore industry maintenance building. It looks so much like a building that would have trucks in it to like clear the snow off at the airport and stuff like that. So we'll push this over to here. Try to connect the fences. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Then we had the crude oil storage, which we're not doing yet. And the only other building that we had is the post, which I think we'll leave in the cargo airport area. And then we also had the storage building. So the reason why we had this building is because it just looks so much like a building that you would see that would contain, you know, like sand or salt. So we'll push this out. Okay, I'm just going to have to use move it. Let's just readjust that. And here it is. Fantastic, okay. So I'm actually gonna readjust this road, I think. So we're gonna bring this down, push this into this corner, grab this road, and we're gonna bump it up to the same angle as that, and then we'll do the same thing for this one. Alrighty, so I think maybe we can get a couple industry buildings in here. Not really sure if much is going to really pop up. Just looking to kind of add a bit of things to this area. Okay, so I think the reason why we had... I think we're trying to avoid generic industry. We're trying to get a certain type of industry. So we put a generic district over top of this whole area. And we call it airport services or something like that. And we go into policies and we go into this. We can put all the tax relief for low density commercial tax, just so we can, you know, help encourage those buildings come into this area. I don't think we're gonna get anything, but we'll put a high-rise ban in there. And then we're going to go into here, actually, sorry, holy cow. And we're going to go into the industry. We're going to put the farming industry on here because the warehouses in the farming industry DLC are very cool and they fit really nicely in this area. So let's get another warehouse over here. Whoops, wrong button. And I think we're probably good. So let's just make sure we got our water out over this way. Alrighty. And, you know, we've kept the flight path pretty clear, and we've still been able to maintain pretty good services area. Yeah, it's pretty fun, actually. Alright, so the only thing we have is oil. And, oh, my dog. He's cheering us on. Yeah, I think... So the oil industry, though, can these buildings go anywhere? Because I know some of the ore industry couldn't. So let's try and place it. Yeah, you know, this one can, so why don't we try add it on to the end of this building? Make it seem like it's the same part of the same facility. Because this is a really cool looking building that helps fill out the space as well. These look so much like some of the airport storage containers, so we'll leave those. And the rest of this, we'll move the taxi depot somewhere random. Like, you know, somewhere over here, why not? Like, we have the opportunity to. Let's just find a random location that's not inside of another industry zone. You know what? Right here. Oh, my little puppy. He's barking away. Okay, so now we're kind of at the point. Oh, there's this one too. Oh, this should be on empty. Okay. Oh, he's barking away. This is pretty cool. This one looks a lot like some of the buildings that contain salt as well. We are getting a bit too close. I don't know. I think we'll leave this one. So we'll delete that in the end. We also have the radio tower. We don't have any radio tower support over on this side, so why don't we try and do that? We got to keep that really far away though from anything that's remotely flying. What? I thought we got water over here. That's weird. Make sure we have node snapping. We didn't have node snapping on. Sometimes that can obstruct it. There we go. Okay. Radio towers. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So we were using the big one before, the tall mast radio, but why don't we just add in the small one right here, and we'll throw it. See if we can squeeze it in right here, something like that. We'll rotate it around this way. I'll help the area out a little bit. And we definitely should get that large mast back at some point. But in the meantime, we're just going to move these facilities over into this area temporarily, just so we don't lose that infrastructure. These I don't really care if we delete. So we'll delete these warehouses. Yep, so I know I am deleting goods, but that's okay. And then we'll delete all of the road infrastructure that we had in place. And we'll delete all this. Oh, it's a historical building. Too bad. All right, and okay, I'll move these as well. Just over here at the same kind of location. There we go, and we'll continue with our deleting of everything. Oh, okay. I really made a mistake here. Nice, okay. We were able to make sure we got rid of everything. All right, delete all this. This is probably one of the most deleting groups of times where we've deleted things. It's probably the most deleting we've really done in this series. But, you know, oh, I guess we deleted our whole airport. So I guess that counts. All right, so I guess today's episode, what we'll do is we'll be able to delete all this and kind of look at planning it out. And then next time around in tomorrow's episode, what we'll do is we'll kind of finish off the airport. I think we'll probably be able to do that. And then we'll probably look into completing the airport district itself, right? So the cargo airport services, I think we can remove that district entirely. And we can make it all the Ryan Reynolds Freight Airport. So let's just do that. Just engulf all of this. Okay, and I guess we can remove it down to about here, just so we get just what we're looking for, is just to have that name kind of floating above. So the airport district, and then we have this airport, which I guess has its name already, so we don't really need to add to it. Okay, so I'm a little nervous. I haven't really checked this out, to be honest with you. Let's pause the game. We'll delete. Oh, you know what? We probably should have deleted the bridge, because I think we're going to need to bring the bridge over at some point anyways, right? We have node snapping on. Okay. Let's just make that elevated, actually. I think we had that elevated before. All right, I'm going to delete this part. Oh, that's not deleting. We'll delete our cargo airport entirely. Delete all the supporting infrastructure now. We'll back this whole thing up. We'll leave that, and holy cow, look at all this concrete we still have over here. All right, just let everything resim. Leave it open a little bit. Oh, looks like we still have a bit of our district over here. So let's just make sure that the Ryan Reynolds Freight Airport really engulfs everything. There we go. Okay. So let's go into airports here. Is our airport zone actually all the way over here? Yes, we did make sure we had that before. Okay. All right. Transit, airport DLC. I don't know if we need some cargo airport terminal. Okay. So it looks like trucks and stuff drive into it. It connects. Okay, so it connects onto a road, and then it looks like, does it connect onto there too? All right, let's plant it down. Let's take a look. So we have road checkpoints over here and over here, or is that for the taxiway? You probably already know this, but I haven't had a lot of time to watch other people's cargo airport builds. So medium airport road, I think that's this. Yeah, okay. Large cargo airport road. Okay, so that's this one. Alrighty. And then the cargo airport train station. So this is the thing we need to line up at some point. So I think we can tweak this so that we can move it all over on this side. So we'll have the rail run over here. Holy cow, I'm losing my voice. And then we have the fence. Okay. Yeah, so what is this then? Where do things emerge out of? So we go into our building spawn points mod. We might be able to find it. Weird. Okay. I'm a little bit confused. So does the cargo airport terminal, the cargo airport terminal serves as central building for the cargo airports. Only vehicles can enter the airport area through this building terminal. So they enter through the building terminal. So they go through it onto the road network. Only cargo vehicles can enter the airport area through this building. Terminals work as a headquarters. Okay, and then the cargo airport stands. Where can these go? These can go anywhere along these roads. Okay. And then we have the train terminal. And these can also go into here off of these roads. Alrighty, alrighty. So let us just grab this road. We're going to back it up a little bit. We're going to delete this. And we're going to add in... So we have the runway over here, parallel to this area, to this road, runway, running off of this. And then we have the terminal right here then. We have the train running into here and connecting in. We have some of the aircraft stands over on this side. I think what we need to do is to make this a bit of a curve. So let's just grab this road, swing this out like that, bring it around like so. Now let's try and make a bit of a parallel road to this. So there we go, we're parallel to it now. Okay, and then why don't we just delete that, and what we'll do is we'll make this a bit of a curve. Alrighty, just swing this out and over. Don't want to do too much to that area. Swing this back like so. We might need to swing out and then back in. There's too many nodes on this part. We'll need to remove one. Oh, you know what? I think we should add a node instead. Right here. Just try to make it as easy as possible for the trucks to turn here? Because they'll have to make a turn, right? That's probably fine. Okay. So we'll delete this part right to here. This is parallel that part, I believe. And then what we'll do is we'll grab another one of our checkpoints because we're gonna make a lot of money off of this. And then two, that also kind of acts like a bit of security, you know? So we could just roll with this checkpoint, which we've been kind of doing for most of the series. Could go with a bigger one. So I don't think it really matters too much. So we'll go with this one for now. We'll see how it functions. Okay, and then we're gonna curve backwards. We're just saving ourselves some space because we have to move a bunch of things around. And then we'll switch to our airport road, I guess, on this side. And what are these little stands, though? They look... What is that? Okay, well, maybe not then. Let's go back to our airport DLC. What is? Does it have a name? Optimized for airport cargo traffic place. Cannot be placed on slopes, so that doesn't really matter anyways. Let's go with our industry road. And what I'll do is I'll bring it out straight for a little snap like that. And then let's find a section parallel to it over here. Okay, and then I'll just go into the network multi-tool, say let's make a connection here. Is that too much? I think that's probably good. I think maybe we can make a bit of a tweak with this node though, and this node. Alrighty, so then we're coming back parallel, and this is going to be the entrance into our cargo terminal. So I guess if we decide to plant it right about in here, I think that's probably good. So maybe we shouldn't have used that road. Maybe we should have used a bit more of a sharp looking road. This is why I wanted to split this into 2 episodes anyways, because really, like, I had an idea. I have seen some videos regarding this. I'm not going into it completely blind like I kind of alluded to, but I haven't like looked too much into how people have been detailing these. So if we bring that in, looks like we have some crossing connections, which could lead to some interesting ideas for maybe like employee parking and stuff like that. Right now we're running it off of a roundabout. Maybe a roundabout isn't the best option. We'll have to see. And we need water. We have all these old water pipes that I haven't obviously deleted. Should be good. Where's that water marker? Was it all that? Oh, it's also probably over here. Ah, of course, our temporary area. Alrighty, so yeah, you know, it kind of thrown me off that this street is like very nice looking, but if the cargo trucks come into here and then go into the airport area, it probably shouldn't be this mild looking. So why don't we look at upgrading it then to, I guess our only other option is to do the basic road then. I mean, it does have a median. That's nice. Okay, so then we are going to want to bring the runway in, and then we're going to want to move all of this. So why don't we start with moving this? Let's grab the bridge. Let's move it down over here. Okay, and then we're going to want to rotate it so that we have the rail coming in on this side. Okay, and then we're gonna grab these 2 nodes. We're gonna raise it up to an appropriate height. It's probably a bit too high, so why don't we lower it a little bit more? Let's wait for a couple of these camper vans to come along. Yeah, let's go one up. Okay. And then let's try to grab this node. We'll swing this one down. And then we'll grab these. This node as well. We'll move that. Okay, so yeah, we have a lot of move it work to do to help tweak this along, make it look nice. I wonder what this is going to do to our cargo, the amount of cargo traffic that we're going to have too. So I guess we'll have to see how much it really adds to the cargo area. Okay, we'll have to work on a slope as well. So why don't we do that really quickly? We'll just do a small slope right here just to add to it. And then we need to plan out how the rail is going to go in, and then we'll kind of leave it at that. And then tomorrow's episode, what we'll do is, you know, look at getting this whole system in place. So I think we're going to run the cargo off of this network, not this network, right? So then things have to come and check through, right? Well, you know, so I am recording this before, recording Friday's episode before the next one, like before this one's going to release. So unfortunately, I'm not going to read any of your comments, but I will know them for next time around. All right, so I don't really trust this to be a nice curve. Yeah, I don't really like that, to be honest with you. So why don't we try and get the airport cargo rail station in? I wonder if we could just keep it separate entirely and run these connection points off of here. Where was those? Everything's coming in and out of this. I don't know. I'm going to have to see it operate first before I really settle on a plan. So if you don't like what I'm doing, or if you're like, Steven, like this is totally wrong, things are going to change. So no worries at all. Let's keep a median in. I think that'll be probably a bit of a smoother attachment, right? So if we swing this down to about here. Yeah, that's pretty smooth. And then swing this. We need a parallel road. I guess it doesn't really need to be a 2-lane road or 4-lane road, does it? Okay, maybe we can have some supporting infrastructure cut through here. So what we can do is we can just do that for now, and we can have a dedicated left, and then what we'll do is we'll have this run through here, and we'll have a parallel road to this. We'll have it right down to here, and let's get a nice clean connection. So we'll use our little tool here, make connection from here to here. Oh, you can't? Okay, so why don't we bring this out to about this point, and we'll mimic that, and then we'll try it again. What the heck? Oh, that didn't click make select? Okay. That makes more sense why things weren't going our way. What the heck is happening? Ah, that's better. All right, so that's a pretty smooth curve. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring this straight along here, and we'll get our airport, our cargo airport. And, you know, I just put it all the way that far down because I wasn't sure about how far it should be. So why don't we put it, try to center it right in front of this building. So let's just move it. And this is getting a bit close to the road though if we go and try to center it. Which, I mean, I don't mind. We'll have to, everything will be paved in anyways. And we'll have a security fence around it. This way we can have an option for like to spur off this line and have multiple cargo lines, I guess, as well. So yeah, I think we'll be fine for now, because we are over time anyways. So I think we'll just end it here, folks, and I'll connect. Okay, we'll connect up into there, and then we'll split off. You know what? I'll go watch a video of someone expertly kind of showing off these assets, so I won't embarrass myself by kind of just trying to wing it. Learn to play. That is the proper term, Steven. It's a learn to play over this series with the airport. Okay. That's probably large enough. I think maybe what we need to do is we need to take out this node right here on both of them. And then what we'll do is we'll go back to move it here, and I'll just bend them a little bit. So that's large enough to fit a train. And then we also need to make sure we remove both of these nodes as well. And then this guy, we'll have to just elevate a touch. And we also need to go into node controller as well, actually, because this node is needing to be sloped. Okay. So I'll let this sim, I'll run it through. I'll take a look at some things online, and what we'll do is, for the plan, is to have, you know, some warehouses over on this side, perhaps, connected to this curve here, and we'll have the runway run parallel to here. I'm not sure how we're going to connect it up to this part. We'll have it run parallel to here. We'll have a couple taxiways. We'll have our cargo planes lined up right here. I don't know how many we're going to get. Maybe a couple over on this side and a bit of an L-shaped runway. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, let me know about this in the comments. And, you know, it's going to change by Friday's episode. But I think today's episode was really good. We got a lot of the services in. So, yeah, we got to make sure that these are actually on empty as well. So it looks like that kept. All right, fantastic. Let's just end it right here then, folks. Hope you had a lovely day. Yeah, I think this will work. Hope you had a lovely day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.